So now the would you rather question's coming. So like the personalized would you rather game for you.
Perfect.
So yeah, after this pandemic, would you rather start touring around the world first or work in different studios around the world?
Touring.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because you can like work out of a hotel room if you want. Like we're lucky enough that the technology now and the equipment is
Yeah.
the quality is very consistent. So it's obviously nice to work in a studio and it's a nice environment and you can have like a bunch of different gear and synths and stuff. But if you want, you can like work out of a van and it'll probably sound pretty good. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Where would you go on your tour? Like where would be like your top 5 cities you want to play in?
Top 5 cities. Ooh. Definitely Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. I would love to play Tokyo. I would love to play London. I would love to play, well, LA, New York, obviously, so I'm not even going to say it, but I would love to play Nashville.
Yeah.
It's a big music city. And the fifth one, Brazil, Sao Paulo, Brazil, I think. Yeah.
That's a good choice.
Yeah, I think those big crowds. They're big crowds.
Okay. So would you rather live in London for the rest of your life or live in Los Angeles for the rest of your life?
Oh, that's a tough one. It's tough because recently I've been missing London, even though I never thought, when I was in London, I was like, can't wait to get out. This weather is so sad. It's always raining. It's always cold. And now I'm like, oh, like I really miss it. So I don't know. I guess LA for the rest of my life. Yeah, if I really had to pick, even though I love London for a lot of different reasons, I think my mood gets affected by the weather a lot. So I
Yeah.
find it quite hard in London, especially in the fall and winter and even the beginning of the spring. So it's like a good 8 months of like gray, which
Yeah.
really takes a toll on me. I mean, it's really great today. It's been really great all week in Los Angeles. Just yesterday evening, like afternoon, like the sunset, it was really beautiful, but otherwise it's been super gray. But usually obviously Los Angeles is a lot sunnier. So I guess LA for the rest of my life.
And I also think like the temperature is like higher in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
higher and more consistent. So there isn't like super cold or super,
Yeah.
it's always pretty much like the same. I mean, it gets really hot. It does get really hot sometimes, but it never gets super cold, which is nice.
Okay. Um, this question is obviously, but would you rather have a cat or a dog?
You know, I actually love both. I got a cat just because a dog is in terms of schedule, it's a bigger commitment because you have to walk the dog and you have to like take them out so that they can poo and pee. And like a cat's a lot, obviously she still needs a lot of attention and stuff because she's still a baby, but it's a lot less commitment because cats are more independent. I love both. I have to say cat obviously because I have a cat, but I love dogs too. I'm not a cat person. I'm definitely like I'm not a dog person either. I'm the type of person, like I like cats and dogs based on their personality, like as individuals. It's like people,
Mhm.
like not that I dislike any cats or dogs, but some cats or dogs I'm like, oh wow, like there's something about that animal that I like. I'm not the type of person who's like, oh my god, I love all dogs and all cats. I'm like, no, some cats and some dogs are really mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I have the same. I have
And
like
it's
the same relationship to dogs and cats. Like obviously I have a cat hair allergy.
oh no, that's annoying. Yeah, I have a lot of friends
Yeah. But like that's when I'm like saying like dog. I was so scared of dogs when I was younger, but like now I'm like saying like I can imagine having one dog in my life, like but then he has like this kind of personality that matches mine. Like
yeah, it's a case by case basis for sure, like people.
yeah, exactly. um would you rather work with your least favorite artist for one whole project or have one session, like one session with your favorite artist?
One session of my favorite artist.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Um would you rather meet a hero girl or your favorite anime character?
Hero girl, obviously. Obviously, I have to stand by my creation.
And who is your hero girl?
Ooh, there's a lot of people. Well, I'm my hero girl because I think the idea of hero girl is about like, seeing the magic and specialness in yourself. But my mom's a hero girl, my brother, my dad, my best friend Charlotte. I think there's a lot of, I think to me, Lady Gaga is a hero girl. I think it's like, it's an idea, it's a state of being. And I think that there are a lot of people in my life that fit that. I think people that I think are brave and kind and that care about things are always people that I'm like, oh, like you're a hero to me.
Yeah, so it's like it has the same definition for me, like legends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when I came up with the name, I was like, how could I call it? Because idols or like role models is I don't know, is used too often. And I was like,
Yeah.
my legend is such a beautiful word. Nobody uses it
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
So like your podcast would be called Raissa's Hero Girls.
Yeah, Rice's hero girls. For sure.